Now, you might not know who Big Hurt Fan is, but a name that I've been hearing around this community right now is Shinobu.
Yes.
Shinobu is actually the real name of Big Hurt Fan. And a Greninja player at that. Another early stage, ultimate meta character, I believe. Somebody that's kind of fell off in the later stages, but I mean, Greninja to me is like a better Sheik in a lot of ways.
Very. Just play Greninja, and it's crazy to see how many Greninjas we still have in the scene. We've always had a couple, and they're always still sticking around.
I mean, even L back in the day started off with Greninja, even before the Fox.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we have Nolix helping TO on the side as well. Still another fantastic Greninja. I think we saw a Greninja yesterday as well. It was not Shinobu, I know that for sure. But super even game right here, starting at PS2. This is, again, the last set for top 32. This is losers. Whoever will win this will be moving on. Whoever loses will not be making top 8, unfortunately. But, yeah, very even game so far. Spacing each other out, trying to get a feel for each other. What do you think this set might look like, if you have any inkling?
I mean, if the last set that we saw Silver play is any indication, is that it's going to be close, if anything. The fact that Jeep took it 3-0 over Silver is still just kind of burned in my mind. And it's about the only thing I can think about when I look at this right now. I mean, look how even it is between the two of these right now. Shinobu, another up-and-comer like QC in the scene, just doing a lot of damage, getting a lot of results early on. I mean, even if they lose right now, that's a solid 9th place as somebody who's only been in the scene for what, under maybe 8 months, 6-8 months?
Yeah, not too much amount of time, but you can see how much improvement these players have in such a short amount of time. You know, even though our scene is still going, it's been around for so long, it's good to see the newer generation, and the newer generation taking out the older generation, but the older generation coming right back and saying, all right, hold on, kid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
My time is not done yet, and that's Silver taking out that stock, as we just saw there.
I mean, like, this kind of feels like the comeback of a century. If Big Hurt Fan is able to kind of just take this set at all, it's like taking down the Undertaker in a lot of ways,
In ways, yeah, you know, the dead man is walking right there. The streak has not been broken. Silver has not been fully defeated, but we could see it today. Who knows? Again,
I mean, this feels like a bit of resurrection going right now. Maybe falling into loser's bracket is the exact buff that Silver needs. A lot of players do feel like Saiyans in a lot of ways, where you need to get breaking down. You need to be pushing your rank just to unlock everything that you have, and we're seeing that coming out of Silver now. This is the Silver that we know and love.
That's right, that aggression right there, trying to catch the recovery, that high jump with the forward air right there, getting the spike, still has limit on deck. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get it. Maybe was looking to get a decent amount of damage as he can as well. Very good with the upbeats. He's hitting basically almost every single upbeat.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just like Ike, fantastic punish out of shield
yes,
option.
Absolutely.
Even if you don't land the up one, you still catch a lot of people on the downswing as well. It's going to be up to Shinobu, up to Big Hurt Fan to try and work his way back in. But it's going to be a little bit tough, especially when for Ninja, you have a lot of aerial options to try and throw out on shield. If Silver's just to keep being able to punish them like that, Shinobu's going to have to really mix up his game plan.
Yes, we do see limit on deck once again. Maybe a misinput there on that, or not. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe
I kind of feel that as
maybe Silver just wants to throw a bit of disrespect. But we do see a Big Hurt Fan, the God percent of the scene, right down to the 0.9.
I mean, that God percent can be very, very scary if you don't know. If you ever hit that yourself, sometimes you just go on go mode, you know?
And it's not like Terry, not like the last one we saw, unfortunately. But Silver, very low percent, but Shinobu, Big Hurt Fan, I should say, definitely wants to bring it even. They're both at their last stock right here. It is down, but not out. I mean, definitely keeping the pace a little slower for this last stock. It was pretty slow for the first stock. For the second stock's pretty quick, and now it's calmed down. The pace has lowered quite a bit, trying to find a hit to get in. I liked Big Hurt Fan throwing out those shurikens, trying to get a space off.
Oh,
and no.
Just barely poked the way through. That's impressive.
Man.
And that's something we've seen Silver confirm with again and again with this Cloud. As you said earlier, I mean, that limit side B just might be his best option, and we're seeing it punish so many things. It'll get recoveries, it'll get jump-ins, it'll get spot dodges.
It does a whole lot.
It'll get shield pokes, and it'll kill every single time.
You know, high key, I want to marry Cloud limit side B. Just because it's gonna do everything for me, and I can do nothing.
If I can't have him, no one else can.
Yeah, no one else can. I dibs it. It's mine. But we did see a very close game number 1 as well. Very back and forth, but it's not down and out for a Big Hurt Fan. Could come back.
Still best of 5 set. You got to keep in mind, we have a lot of time for Big Hurt Fan to start thinking about how to approach this Cloud.
It very well could happen. I mean, like, Cloud off stage, definitely a big issue, especially with Greninja. A lot of capability to go off stage. We haven't seen a lot of that opportunity yet. Not a lot of opportunity to get Cloud off stage, especially with an upbeat like Greninja can just hydro pump him off, right?
Yeah,
so
and right now,
a bigger
jumping
stage.
right into it. Yeah, we are on Town and City, but that initial interaction from Big Hurt Fan is exactly what I want to see. I need to see those classic Greninja up air combos. You get that drag down, you can lead that into into a down smash. You can
like
just
Joker.
keep stringing them together. A lot like Joker, where you're looking for drag downs after the up air, or even things like. You almost saw it there with the back air at the Greninja as well.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 or 2 hits of those coming back down to the ground is not exactly a favorable scenario
Nice
if you're on the receiving end.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, that limit up be kind of like slicing through the ledge there, kind of catching Big Hurt Fan off guard a bit.
Gotta beware of some recoveries, right? Some recoveries you can get for free, others you gotta watch your toes. We've seen it before, we've seen it yesterday, and it could happen again. But Cloud off stage, he kind of lets him back on stage. He's more keeping ledge pressure than actually edge guarding, I want to say, which might be a little detrimental overall. I mean, Cloud off stage, we're talking about it, not great unless he's got limit, but Cloud is very close to having limit at this point. We've seen a cross slash before. He's building it back up to have that aggression right back, as we see right now. Had so much pressure against Big Hurt Fan, but managed to
just unpunishable sometimes, you know?
Yes, I agree. And now we do see the slight advantage here. 120 still is a good amount of percent though.
I mean, exactly what we saw last game. Shinobu was able to take the first stock. Big Hurt Fan taking that first one, but it might just look the other way. But taking some extra credit right now, and because we're on Town and City, not quite killing off the top yet with that up air.
Yeah, but does get that back air again. You could kill pretty decent horizontally. Just got to be careful of those vertical, the ceiling to get those stocks taken. But you talk about those up air strings, super good when Greninja, and he's so good at hitting these forward airs as well. Just catching him does make it back on stage as well. Nice forward air to cross slash, tried and true combo, and you do see the aggression and coming in. The tomahawks from Silver has been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is probably one of the biggest leads we're going to see out of Big Hurt Fan all game. Having just basically a full stock percent up and with a little bit of extra credit at that. Silver is not going to take that line down. He wants this to be as close as possible. And we're already seeing that. We're already up to 90% onto Big Hurt Fan.
It's crazy how even these sets have been.
To wait and go for that grab. Now Limit is fully online. Try to read something heavy there, trying to read something fast. But the back air still catching out Big Hurt Fan.
Yeah, they're definitely throwing out some options here, trying to get whatever they can. Silver does take that second stock there. It is insanely close. Like I said, last set of top 32, so we'll be waiting on who'll be making the top 8, which is stacked already, mind you. And it doesn't quite kill. Again, Town and City does help that quite a bit. Limit has been taken off, but it does not matter. Big Hurt Fan punishes that falling up B with a nice down smash, making a completely even game number 2.
Shinobu still definitely in this though. I'm still always surprised on how close this is right now. Shinobu's doing a fantastic job of weaving in and out of pressure and just trying to use these safe options, finding little hits here and there and converting them into those up air strings. Man, that forward air range is somewhat ridiculous.
It's so much. I mean, both these characters have a decent amount of range with their aerials too, but you see the spacing between each other. They each one, unfortunately, one of those up smashes that unfortunately is pretty easy to fall out of it if you're not super careful, especially on a platform like the middle of Town and Cities we see here. And I like just jumping around, trying to find an opening,
even
wasting limited away too.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the best way to counteract that cloud. Not even needing to run away fully and just circle camp or anything, just barely weaving in around range, trying to find straight hits here and there to wind down that clock. And now it's a lot more doable for Shinobu to take out this game too, trying to find that forward air to finish it out.
That was the first time he was trying to go for the hydro pump there. Doesn't quite work out. Cloud was a little too low for that. Managed to
hard thing to do too, I will say.
It is hard to do it. Yeah, the angles, just got to be careful with it. Complete reverse edge guard right here. Now you see completely. Yes, and they both make it right back to center stage. Crazy. Both so good at making it back to stage, Such good defensive play as well. Very patient, looking for an opening. Doesn't quite
There's that full shield weight, but man,
punish from both of them,
it's almost plus on shield, It feels so unpunishable, and it's got to be frustrating.
See, that's what they want you to think.
Oh, big dash attack, and I will take it off the side. But man, it is so close. Even though he's down 0-2 right now, Big Hurt Fan, I feel like is on the verge of cracking this cloud and maybe stealing a game.
Yep. We talked about it before, is sometimes when you're at your lowest in a tournament, that's when you feel more adrenaline to come back, and to get this maybe reverse sweep. We've seen it happen before. We've seen it again. So this could be another case for Big Hurt Fan. But Silver, #1 for a reason, right? He's the head honcho for a reason. He's representing Alberta. Think of the pressure that's on him, right? He's running an event. He's in this tournament. He's #1. Like, I think that's a lot on his shoulders to carry. But also to be kicked out in losers before top 8. That's a lot.
It is very surprising. I think the biggest thing throughout all of this too is just we have to keep in mind too, as much as we're talking about like this is Silver's cloud, and he already lost 0-3 against GG. He's somewhat struggling in this set right now, even though he is winning. It is very close most of the time. Keep in mind, this is Silver's cloud. Neither of us have ever seen this before. No. We've been in this for years. We've been watching Silver play not just in Edmonton, not just in Alberta, but nationally and even internationally. And his mains are absolutely ridiculous. So the fact that he's doing still so well on a character that we've never seen him play in bracket is a testament to how good he is, and it's scary to think about that. If I'm Big Hurt Fan right now, that's kind of in the back of my mind. It's like, even though I'm doing so well, if I ever play him again and he's playing like even Wii Fit, this is not nearly as close as it is right now.
It's such a change, right? It all depends on when you're going to fight your opponent next. Are they going to continue playing this one character, or are they going to switch it up? But I do like this pick of FD. I mean, it's both very close. Right in the beginning of the game there, the offstage play has been fantastic. You've seen that for this whole set. The offstage play and recoveries for both players have been amazing, but a fantastic catch there off the landing with that forward smash there, and a decent run, I'd say, so far from Big Hurt Fan, but the tried and true for Classic, you know, coming in Silver, he's just throwing in that aggression. Even though he's down a stock, he wants to get that percentage up. He wants to get that stock taken already and make it as even as he can. He is up 2-0. He wants to make it 3-0 as quick as he can.
Oh, but now this is absolutely Shinobu's biggest lead of this game so far. Momentum is building as well. Limit is online for Silver.
No punish, unfortunately.
But I mean, even if Silver gets that kill now, Big Hurt Fan is doing so much work, weaving in so much, he might be able to steal it another stock and go up 3-1, and that'd be fantastic for him right now.
Yeah, it would be fantastic. And one thing Big Hurt Fan is really good, it's draining. Oh, wow! No, I was gonna say draining Limit, but he just barely took it. I can't believe it. And now 3-1 in terms of stocks. This is what we were talking about, being at your lowest and being able to take advantage of your opponent. But fantastic edge bars with the nair there from Silver. It ain't no smash 4 nair, but still, it has a very good hurt box and very decent as well. Has a Limit on deck.
Shinobu has to be careful now. It's been so close this entire set. Now that he has a full stock lead, he needs to be able to keep that consistency going and just can't get taken away here. But it is Silver at the end of the day. Anything that he throws out now, ooh, wow. See, even the back hit. That's what I mean. Sometimes you want to punish Cloud and it just won't work.
Yeah, it's like I'm just gonna up B and we're gonna take it.
Yeah, you'll take it. Even though like you're not, you will.
You know the vibes.
Absolutely. Still keeping it close though. Big Hurt Fan doing his absolute best to seal this out and take a game off of Silver in this top 8 loser side qualifier.
Yeah, definitely a good option. Switching to FD there. No platforms to worry about as well. You see Limit quite a few times. Maybe mixing up with a Shadow Sneak there as well.
Oh, but another Cross Slash, and that's another Cross Slash Limit Slash kill for Silver.
Yes, very high percent for Silver. But racking up that damage, Clouds does so much. Oh wow! I like the attempt on the reversal right there.
Can't get too crazy right now though. You have the lead and you need to finish this out now. You do have Cloud at kill percentage, but wow, the jab to throw off stage.
Fantastic. Oh, the mix is. Oh, nice. Just dodged out of the way.
Punish. How is it punishable at all?
You can feel the tensity in the air right now because, like I said, Big Hurt Fan, tournament stock at this moment.
Stock. This is tournament life right now. He needs to keep this going. The crowd is starting to build up behind him as well.
Out off stage.
No limit. Out of stage.
As it jumps, and just like the second stock. Oh my goodness, and Big Hurt Fan takes a game.
Wow. And that's 2 different people before top 8 able to even take at least a game off of Silver.
Yeah, that's incredible. Incredible, even just to get a win.
Yeah, I mean, big ups to Big Hurt Fan. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a Big Hurt Fan, a big fan of Big Hurt Fan.
Big Hurt Fan? A big Hurt Fan?
Yeah, Big Hurt Fan. Yeah. That's a mouthful. Say that 5 times.
Wow.
I mean, the Greninja gameplay's been awesome. I'm just in awe of again, just like specifically the offstage play of both these players, they're managed to make it back. It's the punish game between people trying to get each other off. It's not the best. They're a lot of times they're letting each other get back on stage, I should say. But Big Hurt Fan very good at the end there, keeping Cloud off stage, making sure no limit, keep his jumps limited as well. Try to use shurikens, I should say, to keep them as far away as he can possible. And the more he does that, the better he has a chance to win the set.
And I like that a lot out of Big Hurt Fan right now. We mentioned at the beginning of the set that, you know, Cloud doesn't exactly have the hardest recovery to beat out and just gimp earlier off stage.
That's right.
But Shinobu isn't really going for that. But to an extent, I like that. I mean, this is likely one of his biggest events that he's ever been to. He just came into the scene less than a year ago, and he's already starting to trade blows with some of our higher ranked players in the scene. So keeping that consistency and just trying to stay on stage, not going too far out, not trying to get too crazy with it, is going to be really good for him.
That's right. You know,
you might just mess it up. You might maybe miss him, input a down air off stage, and all of a sudden your stock's gone. And you're playing two stocks in 3 against the #1 player in the province.
That's right.
You don't want that to happen.
You got to be confident, but you can't be cocky. That's one thing for sure. And here's another thing for sure is that Big Hurt Fan's looking super good. And one thing, Silver's whipping so much, a fantastic forward air right there, no limit, just barely misses the down smash though.
I'm
even
surprised
though
the uppie
Silver
didn't connect onto the Big Hurt Fan though.
I'm surprised that down smash didn't hurt. He popped up, you know. There's a lot of different things happening going around right now, and managed to make it complete reversal.
Yeah, I mean, look how fast that flipped over too, right?
Insane. Fantastic back though. Keep him off stage.
Does he get the limit in time? He does. Fantastic charge there. Still getting punished from that jump in.
Still recovery. Doesn't get the 2 frame.
Barely makes it on stage yet again, and we're back to playing super defensive on both sides. Any straight hit just to land off stage and just start getting that off-stage pressure game plan cooking. Raw grab there from Silver, back throw onto the left side of the plat. Another grab to stuff out just the neutral get up.
Oh,
wow,
barely clips him. That's insane.
That's gotta be rage to some extent too, right?
Yeah,
that has to be rage. But
nice.
there you
Makes
go.
It even. Yeah.
Gotta flip it the other way right away. No momentum on either side. It has been a brawl. It's been a slugfest on both of these sides.
It's crazy to see these past 2 sets for Silver have been incredibly close. Every single game has been close. There has been one that's been 2 stocks.
I mean, I won't complain too much. It's making the stream very, very exciting to watch, I gotta say.
For sure, you definitely cannot complain for that. Or forming a little bit of crowd. Because again, they're seeing this last set of top 32. Winner will be moving on to loser side of top 8, and loser will unfortunately not be making it out. So it's super crucial, especially with Silver, #1 AB in losers. But he is up 2 games to 1. You know, it could. I mean, you know, it's anyone's game at this point. We've seen how close this set has been so far.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be rooting for Big Hurt Fan right now to try and get that major upset. It would absolutely be the biggest upset out of the weekend, I believe. Oh, definitely playing with that back turn, those back airs, trying to come and keep Silver away, but when you're throwing them out so close to the ground, if not all of those hits connect, you can get punished for it with that landing lag.
I love the waiting there.
Oh, run it back again with the charge too.
Oh my goodness, this is the momentum that Big Hurt Fan needs. But you know, Silver, the goated player he is, he's not going to let that slide. He's going to make sure he has the advantage, especially for the ledge there. Trying to go for those neutral there. We've seen it kill before. We've seen it clip Big Hurt Fan and take a stock, but they both make it back.
Big risk from Hurt Fan, I'd say, to come up with the neutral attack.
Yeah, that's not safe, my guy.
That is not safe at all, but
safe.
it lands, and he's able to get back on stage, at least coming away with 20% before he goes down to his last stock.
That's right, it's super even now. Big Hurt Fan, once again, we've seen it before, tournament stock, limit on deck.
Oh, absolutely, and it feels like a lot of like that Joker Arsene sort of feel where you have the speed increase when you have that limit break online. Your attacks just get that little bit stronger, and your specials are that much more dangerous. Yep. Right now, playing it without it now, Silver has been down what feels like so much of this set. It's just he's just been able to pull off insane comebacks in time and time again.
Is it just me, or do I feel nervous about this?
I felt nervous this entire time, I gotta say. Especially with the nervous way the T2 plays. Wait.
Oh, it's a game 5. Oh my god. I can't believe that. What a fantastic prediction from Big Hurt Fan.
I had to stop myself and just process that happened, because I saw the charge up. I did not expect the roll in at all. That is a hard read to hit.
I felt that in my soul. I was a lot like you. I'm like, he's not rolling.
Man, I felt that in my stomach. That felt like a gut punch, even to me. Like just us watching the fact that happened.
So now here,
That's amazing.
so now here it comes, where it's tournament game for both players, and you know it's not a simple 3-0 as we thought it would have been before. But I didn't want to put it out there. But could it be a reverse 3-0? I don't know. Who's to say? Who's to say?
Being able to look at these two players right now and just looking
5.
at Silver right now, he looks nervous. He's looking up in the air, just trying to process, how am I going to play in this Greninja? But Big Hurt Fan, his eyes have been glued to this screen ever since the set started. No emotion, just pure raw gameplay.
We're looking back to Final Destination, which Shinobu did win on previously. We did see a victory on that front, so who knows? I mean, I'd say it might help Big Hurt Fan a lot more, but every game has been close. It's hard to say which team has been benefiting for each player. Every game has come to almost last hit, so
exactly.
who knows?
And on Final Destination too, right? On Final Destination, there is no gimmicks, there are no platforms, there's nothing wonky happening. You have your opponent straight across in front of you, and all you can do is play.
That's right. You know, it's as basic as it gets, but sometimes you got to go to the basic fundamentals of the game. Fantastic ledge trump with the cloud back air. Fantastic. Little dicey going on
Still
stage.
had a jump too, I'm surprised.
Ooh, fantastic
Finally.
catch with the up smash there. You know, I call that the Gillette blade. The best a man could get, baby.
He's been trying to get that shave clean for 2 sets straight, and finally is able to get it clean there.
It's worked out as well, you know what? And you know, 64.
You know, this is the first time in a while that Silver has had the stock advantage in this set, which is really, really surprising because we are in Game 5.
But just barely. How many times has he clipped someone with that side B?
It's just a fantastic option. Like limit side B is ridiculous. Even if it whiffs, it still kind of hits at the end of the day because it's unpunishable, and if your opponent tries to punish it, you can just punish them right back.
Not quite yet. Yes, you have to hit a down smash from those uppy recoveries. Again, it's a little dicey. Fantastic shadow sneak there. Nice Dragon Ball Z moment, other side of the stage. But yet Silver, he keeps running up and shielding. He's creating that pressure, even though he's.
I mean, that's a Smash Ultimate Classic, right? You got to go back to your fundamentals at the end of the day.
That's neutral, baby.
That's neutral, and you have to be able to play around it. If you're Shinobu right now, just barely getting out of range of that.
Kills. I had no idea if it would or not, but did see a bit of a spark there.
Maybe another up throw now might be able to seal it out. Opting for the forward throw, trying to find another ledge get up option, being incredibly patient too. Waiting almost at center stage for something to happen, and it might just be his downfall right now.
Wow, barely makes it back too. And like I said, Silver not afraid to keep running up. He's definitely fishing for the up smash again. And I scored it. This is definitely not looking good for Big Hurt Fan. This is actually the most down we've seen him since the beginning of the set, I want to say. Yeah.
You want to talk about Dragon Ball? You want to talk about the Saiyan?
Wow.
This might just be Silver powering up right now. This might be him activating.
He's got the hair of a Saiyan.
Absolutely. I mean, he picked the character with the hair for it.
That's right. But you know what? I mean, Big Hurt Fan managed to take the first stock. It's up quite a bit of percent, but we've seen comebacks like this before. Simple strings with Greninja with Rage will do a lot of damage, decent knockback as well. Like again, the goal, keep Cloud off stage, but he's looking like just to build as much damage as he can. The hops with them Jordans with Silver has been amazing. He's creating so much pressure, even with aerials and on the ground. This is so hard to see. I can't believe it.
Like, I'm loving how much Big Hurt Fan is opting not to jump right now in neutral, and every so often when he does, it's able to hit just like that forward air. The back air finally connects too. Limit is online, but wow,
fantastic edge guard.
And
he's ahead. What is this set? I can't believe it.
Listen, Big Hurt Fan has been at 147 for way too long, and make that 161 just barely able to survive. Great DI to keep the momentum going. Another grab from Silver, throwing Shinobu off stage yet again, but the recovery is going to be strong. At the ledge now, able to recover, trying to find that way in, but the air-to-air working out in Silver's favor, and all of a sudden, we are at Game 5, last stock for this top 8 qualifier on loser's side.
I feel such a pit in my stomach. It's anyone's game, but these combo strings.
And 97, building it up yet again, and that's more time for Limit to not be used, and that's completely offline now. Silver has to build that up again and try and find that Limit again.
I am so tensed up right now. I can imagine how both these players are doing the both at tournament stock right here. This is super intense. 2 games apiece, 1 stock apiece.
We're dead even yet again, but Silver keeps finding these regular cross slashes and finds the up smash.
Oh my god.
What a way to end it.
I cannot believe the way that ended. That came to the last hit. Congratulations to both these players for doing as well as they did. Shinobu,